So is zombie Ser Gregor Clegane a thing in the books? Kinda, yeah. So, you know how the story goes. Ser Gregor Clegane fights off head to head against Oberyn Martell. Oberyn had him. He had him in the first half, and then he got too cocky, and the mountain got Oberyn and squished his head like a tomato. But before he did that, Oberyn Martell, he got some jabs in. He managed to find cracks in Gregor Clegane's armour. Ser Gregor survives this battle, but his wounds are festering. Pycelle reckons Oberyn put some kind of poison on the tip of his spear, that Gregor Clegane is slowly rotting from the inside. And it seems like that is exactly what happened. Like, Gregor Clegane is alive, but he is not in a good way. He is in agony. His body is like rejecting something, this poison. His screams are heard throughout the Red Keep. Around this time, Qyburn has rocked up to King's Landing and started to ingratiate himself within the royal court. He is an ex-maester kicked out for unethical, immoral practices. He was experimenting on, like, dead bodies. So the Citadel were like, yeah, you can't be doing that. But Qyburn manages to persuade Cersei, let me have a look at the mountain. Let me see, maybe I can do something. And Cersei is like, really? Like, shouldn't we just put him out of his misery? So Qyburn has Gregor Clegane taken into like the bowels of the Red Keep, and he's down there tinkering away. No one really knows what he's doing. You don't really want to knock on the door and find out. Then Qyburn orders a suit of armour, and it's a big suit of armour. But at the same time, to appease the family of Oberyn Martell and to calm things down a bit, the Crown say, we'll send you Ser Gregor's head as a gesture. So this head arrives in Dorne at Sunspear, and the Martells are like, it looks like it could be the mountain. This head is kind of like disfigured, and they're like, is that because of the poison? Then Cersei completes her walk of atonement, and she barely makes it to the Red Keep. And when she does, she looks up and she's like, it's a giant. This is in Book 5, A Dance with Dragons, pretty much the end of the story as it stands. Cersei is like, am I dreaming? No, her saviour was real, 8 feet tall, or maybe taller, with legs as thick around as trees. He had a chest worthy of a plough horse and shoulders that would not disgrace an ox. His armour was plate steel, enamelled white and bright as a maiden's hopes, and worn over gilded mail. A great helm hid his face. From its crest streamed 7 silken plumes in the rainbow colours of the faith. A pair of golden 7-pointed stars clasped his billowing cloak at the shoulders. A white cloak. He is the newest member of the Kingsguard, and he is introduced to Cersei as Sir Robert Strong. Now, there was a House Strong back in the day, back in the House of the Dragon, Dance of the Dragons era, but House Strong is no more. So who is this guy? Qyburn says to Cersei that Sir Robert Strong has sworn that he will not speak until all of his grace's enemies are dead and evil has been driven from the realm. And Cersei can't believe her luck. Because although Cersei has completed her walk of atonement for the sins that she did admit to, she still has a lot of accusations that she is denying. So she has to face those charges. And she says, I'm going to do it via a trial by battle. And Sir Robert Strong, he's going to be my champion. And he is called the Silent Giant. It's Mace Tyrell who says at a small council meeting, where did this man come from? Why have we never heard his name before? He does not speak. He will not show his face. He is never seen without his armour. Do we know for a certainty that he is even a knight? And this is the epilogue, the last chapter in the books as it stands. And it is from the perspective of Kevan Lannister. And Kevan thinks we do not even know if this person is alive. When they say we've never seen Sir Robert Strong use the facilities. And Kevan Lannister is like, well, yeah, dead men don't shit. Kevan Lannister had a strong suspicion of just who this Sir Robert really was beneath that gleaming white armour, a suspicion that Mace Tyrell and Randall Tarley no doubt shared. Whatever the face hidden behind Strong's helm, it must remain hidden for now. The Silent Giant was his niece's only hope, but there's a spanner in the works. Doran Martell has just sent his niece, Nymeria Sand, Oberyn's daughter, one of the Sand Snakes, to King's Landing to take up this empty seat on the small council in Doran's stead. What do we think her reaction is going to be when she sees this silent giant and she's like, didn't you guys send us his head? What's going on? That is going to be a complication for Doran Martell's plans. And I actually have a whole video coming later on today about what Doran Martell is up to, like his whole thing, his schemes. This whole situation is left on a cliffhanger. Will there be a trial by battle? Will Sir Robert Strong save Cersei? What if he doesn't? What if he fails? What if Nymeria Sand poisons him because she realises that they'd lied to the Martells? Qyburn and Sir Robert Strong, they're all Cersei has left. She does not have many allies. And Kevin's just been taken out by Varys. Her father's dead. Tyrion's across the sea. Jaime's left her. Cersei is going to depend a lot on Sir Robert Strong.